What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Monday, May 12th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. That's the only place you're going to get my top 10s for DraftKings and FanDuel, and you'll get an update later today before we have Live Before Lock. Jayson Tatum is on the outside looking in today. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays of the day? It's time to find out. Just ahead of Jayson Tatum at number 5, we have Jaylen Brown. Shooting guard, small forward eligible, 7,200, projected for 22 points, 6 boards, 3.5 assists, 2 stocks, 38 fantasy points. Really good flexibility here. You know you're going to get similar minutes to Tatum, but you're getting a much bigger price discount, obviously a lesser player. But you're getting it across the guard forward spots. He's 40% to be optimal, 25% chance of 46 fantasy points. If you're more of an Ant guy today, then I think it's easier to get to Jaylen Brown. But if you're more of a Tatum guy today, then maybe you aren't getting to as much Jaylen Brown. I see those guys pretty interchangeable depending on how much salary you have. In at number 4, we're taking a look at Hield. I find this guy terrifying. Shooting guard, small forward eligible, 4,700, 13 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, stock and a half, 26 fantasy points. Feels like a different season since the day he went crazy in the first round, and now he's just here. There's no Steph, and he's just, even at 4, I'm nervous. If the shots are falling, you're going to feel great because he's going to stay out there. And Hield's a guy where, while he might be projected for 13 points, he's the type of guy where, you know, like 25 happens a bunch, but like 4 happens a bunch. Not to mention Steve Kerr can just rip him off the floor. It's the positionality and the price that are saving him, and that's what's getting him into this top 5. But also, with no Steph Curry, what else are they going to do? At number 3, we're going to Jaylen Brunson, and I hate this, so take this with a grain of salt. If you are Team Knicks or Team Brunson, then feel free to go with the data here. Point guard eligible, 8,200, 26 points, 7 assists, couple boards, 43 fantasy points, 41% optimal, 25% of the time he's going north of 50 fantasy points. I just hate this matchup for Jaylen Brunson. It's not good to have Drew Holiday on you. It's not good to have Derek White on you. And like the dream scenario for these guys now is getting Al Horford rotated on him. That's not helpful either. But if the Knicks are going to win, if you think the Knicks are going to win, then that has to be a day where Jaylen Brunson is either getting better looks or making shots in a way that you just wouldn't expect. He's one of the most elite shot makers in those scenarios. So I can see it. But I'm Team Boston here, and I will be nervous to have Jaylen Brunson. But the data says he's number 3. I'm sure everyone is really excited for number 2, Jonathan Kaminga, power forward only, 5,200, 17 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, almost 2 stocks, 30 fantasy points. I got him in for 31 minutes. Caveat here, I have no idea how many minutes Jonathan Kaminga will play. Certainly Steve Kerr doesn't know that. It's 10:50 a.m. It went well last time out, played a ton of minutes off the bench. They might just not have a choice but to go to him for some offensive creation. I think he might start. They went to Trace Jackson-Davis in game 3. He played the start of the first quarter, the start of the third quarter, and you got a lot of Kaminga off the bench. I think they're just going to fix that and go straight to Kaminga out of the gate. So if he is starting, he looks like one of the best guys that you can get to. If he is coming off the bench, he is quite the wild card. But Golden State doesn't have a ton of guys that can do what Kaminga can do right now. So pay very close attention to his projected ownership, because that's going to sort of be the dictating factor for what you want to do for Kaminga, because the variance in his playing time is bigger than just about anybody else on this slate. Your number 1 contender for today is very easy to me. That's going to be Jimmy Butler. If Golden State has any dream of winning this one, I think you get a good game out of Butler. He's 8,500, power forward only, no Steph. The usage is climbing. He's going to play as much as he can. I mean, we've seen Jimmy Butler play these 45, 46, 47-minute games. No reason to suspect that won't be today to try to stave off going down 3-1. 26 points, 7 boards, 6 assists, 2 stocks, 49 fantasy points. You only need 53. And honestly, if he gets to his projection, you probably just need him anyway. I think he's the easiest guy to roster today. You also get him in the late game, so having a lot of him does help for any late swap opportunities you need from nonsense from Golden State. I just can't see a path where you would want to get to somebody more than Jimmy Butler, especially in a scenario where he feels like his back's against the wall. I'm not the biggest Butler guy overall, but from a DFS perspective today, the very clear #1 contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Monday, May 12th. Don't forget, at Josh Engleman, top 10s on DraftKings and FanDuel with updates later today. Good luck, everybody. See you guys again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.